What is up, my friends? Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, welcome back. If you are not new, it's great to have you with me again today. I'm your host, Kate, and we are going to be talking about the enshittification of everything. Basically, what that word means is something that was once great, wonderful quality, wonderful to use, wonderful to purchase, whatever, is now terrible quality and a complete waste of money and a complete waste of time. So that's basically everything nowadays. You can't buy anything that's as good as it once was at this point in time, basically. So let's get right into it. Here we go.
The quality of literally everything has gone down in the United States. Obviously, the quality of life, that goes without saying, but also the quality of all goods and services and activities. You go in the grocery store, not only is everything exponentially priced and less in the packaging that it used to be, but also the quality is garbage. Anywhere you go, any service you want to get done for yourself, like even if you just go to the bank, you out to eat to a restaurant, I mean, you can tell that people don't want to work. And even if they do want to work, they are shot. People don't even look like they exist at work anymore, so they cannot possibly give you good service. I'm sure restaurant workers and service workers that get tipped are going through it because who has money to tip? Now, if I couldn't tip, I personally wouldn't even leave the house, but I know a lot of people feel differently than that. But even activities, I mean, you go to an amusement park, it's like a barren wasteland. Fairs and festivals, absolutely not the same. Kids' activities, not the same. Flying, horrible. There's just truly nothing that is like an enjoyable experience anymore. Leaving the house is dystopian nightmare.
Yeah, this is so true. Every time you leave the house, you go to like a Target. You go to Home Depot nowadays. There are 15 flock cameras in the driveway before you even pull into the parking lot and park your car. So you're already on camera. You already feel uncomfortable, and then you go in, and everything is just ridiculously expensive. And it's very it makes you not want to leave your house. You know what I mean? I would rather just like stay home and not have to go out and deal with the way that things are right now because it's just not enjoyable.
Who else is sick of companies constantly getting away with making products way worse? Okay, check out these super old Skechers I have. They're finally I need to replace them. But look at the memory foam insole in here, even though my foot has squished it down from years of use. But you can tell that's a pretty plush memory foam, sole in this shoe right here. So I was like, okay, I need to replace them with a new pair. So I'll pick up another pair of Skechers memory foam soled shoes. And then, but what is this? What the heck is this? Look at this.
Wow, look at that. It doesn't even mold to your foot at all anymore. Like nobody's foot is that thin. Come on, Skechers. What are you doing out here?
The Skechers memory foam now, there's no foam in here at all. Where is the plush memory foam? You can squish this down and it doesn't do a darn thing. This is just garbage now. It's not even the same product. How can they get away with constantly making things crappier? Look at this. Look at the comparison. Even though this is smashed down, you can tell there's way more memory foam in the bottom of this shoe. And this one's it's flat. I am just so sick of this crap.
Literally, and Skechers used to be like the shoes that everybody bought. They were like the comfortable, affordable shoe that anybody could have, and they would last you a long time. Like you could see in that picture she had, obviously the one on the left looks a lot more comfortable than the one on the right. And I bet you the one on the right is more expensive too.
So basically the whole reason why I collect physical media, why I quit my tech job, why I thrift everything, it's all connected. And it all has to do with the fact that I hate being treated like a sucker.
Me too, ma'am.
There is this unfathomable level of hostility and contempt towards consumers where it's like these corporations are mad that they have to get through you to get to your money. And I don't like that.
Wow, what she said, that is so true. There is anger and hostility towards the quote unquote consumer because these corporations are mad that they have to get through us to get to our money. And they're annoyed about it. They want to just be able to reach in your pocket and take your money. And they don't want to have to provide a good product anymore.
I don't like being treated that way. I don't like being pissed on and being told it's freaking raining, okay? One example. This is a tiny example, but this shows up everywhere. This is a jacket. This is a jacket from The Gap. From The Gap in 2006. I think my mom bought this for me when I was in middle school. We were not a wealthy family. We were more Malcolm in the Middle than Modern Family. We did not have... I know this jacket wasn't expensive because I have it. And this isn't the only really nice jacket I have that my family could afford. It was the standard to produce quality clothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is 100% cotton corduroy. The lining's polyester. It's still the Gap, okay? Like, that's whatever. I get it. The lining is actually constructed out of multiple pieces so that this jacket fits your body. There's fill in here, so it's warm. The lining has that extra, like, fold, so that it moves correctly. We have real buttons and buttonholes. None of this tibby-tabby tie bullshit. None of these stupid snaps. Everything's a tie front because that's cheaper and easier to make. They don't want to sew buttonholes and they don't want to sew buttons on. That's the only reason why everything has those damn ties down the front, okay? They don't want to even, they're not even willing to give you a fucking button anymore.
It's so true. Crazy.
Anyway, not only do we have buttons and buttonholes, like, on the actual, outside closures of the jacket, they even gave you an inner button with an extra buttonhole on the inside, right here, so that it stays nice and closed to your waist. This is one jacket from 2006 from the Gap, and this was the standard of quality that we could expect.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this was not expensive. This was not a nice jacket. This was your average fucking jacket.
Yeah, Gap used to be like the place to go. It was very affordable. They had cute clothes and stuff.
Now, go look at the fucking Gap. Go look at the fucking Gap right now.
I can't.
All their coats, shit. All their sweaters, shit.
I believe it.
You're getting nylon blends. You're getting recycled polyester. There's not a single wool coat, and there's one 100% cotton. It's like a twill jacket. It doesn't have a lining. Not a single item on their website in outerwear and sweaters. Not a single piece. A single sweater or jacket. Not a single one fits the shoulder. Every single fucking model, the shoulder's down here, or it's like a 3D knit bullshit with no shoulder at all.
She's totally right about that, actually. I've found that with a lot of clothing when I try to go shopping, which is always an absolute nightmare. And honestly, I cry. Like 99% of the time, I cry at least one time when I go to try to find clothes, because that is how miserable it is as a woman. I don't know what it is. I know we're all shaped differently, us women. So, the people who create clothes nowadays and sew them and put them together, they just don't take that into account anymore, I guess. So, like, I just have the worst time finding clothes that fit, like, my shoulders and, like, my upper body. I'm kind of a top-heavy person, more so on the top than the bottom. And so, like, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. I hate doing it. It is, like, the most miserable experience that I could possibly put myself through. And so because of that, that's why I'm always in t-shirts, guys, because you know what? You can't go wrong with a t-shirt. That's one of the only things left that are, like, kind of decently made in terms of quality and fit.
You don't even want to take the time to line up a shoulder seam with your damn shoulder. That's what they think of you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think you deserve this. They think you deserve to wear tattered rags, shivering, good luck, you're going to be cold.
Mm-hmm. They think you deserve to wear 3D printed plastic. That's what they think we deserve. A plastic little shirt that's going to disintegrate after the second time you wash it, and you won't be able to wear it again after that anyway.
That's what pisses me off.
No, I do not want to sign into IMDb. I'm looking up an actor that I saw in a TV show. It's a 2-second experience that I've been doing for 20 fucking years. No, I do not want to sign in. No, I do not want to download an app for anything. I don't want to sign in to use Google. I'm looking something up for 2 seconds. How did we let this happen? The internet used to just fucking work. For anyone who's watching this, who's too young to remember when the internet just literally worked and you could use it for 5 seconds and just immediately get the answer you want, it used to just work. Nothing works anymore. If you were stuck on a video game level or something like that, you would look it up and immediately find that the answer is, oh, go down the stairs in the dungeon and there's a key and the blah, blah, blah. Now you have to watch like a 40-minute YouTube video of the most annoying guy in the world playing it. You don't even figure out what you're actually trying to figure out. Every single minor human experience online is worse in every single conceivable way. And I feel like not enough people are talking about it. We just accepted it. We just rolled over. Why am I creating an account to buy a t-shirt? Why am I getting emails about an air filter I bought 2 years ago? Every experience online is fucking horrible. And I swear to God, it used to just work. It used to be completely normal. You used to open the computer and immediately get what you wanted within 10 seconds. And now we're in 2026 and everything just fucking sucks.
It's so true. Literally every single thing you go to look up on the internet, you try to go do anything, they need to harvest your data first before you're even allowed to view the page. This happened to me actually 2 weeks ago. I was looking at these, the meal companies that deliver meals to your house to try to maybe save some time, maybe save some money, see if I could just, diversify my food intake and have a nice delicious dinner, different food every night for a week. I just wanted to know how expensive it was going to be. And I wanted to know what kind of food they had on the website. Factor Meals, I'm calling you out. So I went on Factor Meals. They would not let me look at the menu unless I put in my debit card information, which obviously my fault. I should have assumed that as soon as I put my debit card information, that meant that they were going to charge me. Well, that did mean that just to look at the food, just to look at the menu on the website and see if they even had gluten-free options and options for me, since I have all these weird things with my diet that I have to eat. They literally charged me $60. They sent the food to my house. It was fine, whatever. But it's the concept. It's not right that I have to put my debit card information just to see what's on your menu. That is an absolutely horrible business model. Factor Meals, again, I do not recommend them for that reason, because that's just not right that they can do that. They can just take your money like that, charge you. And I tried to cancel it. I canceled it immediately. That's the thing. I literally called them, canceled it within 10 minutes of looking at the menu because I decided I didn't want anything from there. And they had charged me anyway. It was too late. It's just, this is everything now. Everything is like this. You go, you have to put your information in and you get completely screwed in the process. And most of the time, you don't even get what you were looking for at the end of it. And it's just this way on the internet now. It's horrible. I hate it. And even when you pay for no ads on content, you still somehow are getting advertised to everywhere you go. And I've said this before on this channel, I really believe that the advertising in our world now is completely out of control and there needs to be regulations on it, because it is disgusting that every single place I go, there is somebody trying to get me to buy something and trying to advertise to me and show me something that I need to change my life. It's exhausting. I just want to be able to go to the gas station and maybe go into the store and get something to eat for lunch, whatever, a sandwich, and leave and not have to sit through 800 advertisements before I can even get my food or get my gas. It's out of control in my opinion. I can't stand it. Let me know in the comments below. Do you agree with that? Do you notice the amount of advertising is just out of control now, or are you okay with it? Because I've talked to people who are just totally fine with it. They don't think it's a problem and they think that I'm totally nuts.
Literally everything sucks nowadays. Tell me why I bought Reynolds Wrap, Pitmaster, Super Strength for Legendary Barbecue. First of all, I had to, before I even used the foil, I had to tape the sides. You know how you're supposed to be able to punch through and that puts a little cardboard flap so it holds it? Completely bust, the whole box starts falling apart. Okay, fantastic, whatever. I go to use the foil. Super Strength my ass. What is this? I'm so tired of literally everything sucking nowadays. I'm literally going to return this to HEB. This is actually ridiculous. And why do I have to go through a deep dive on Reddit to purchase anything anymore? Because every Google search, sponsored content, every Amazon search, all the reviews are lies. You go to I'm sick and tired of having to spend an hour on Amazon trying to find nail clippers, which if you've got a recommendation, give me one, because every one I've seen is terrible. You go to the reviews, most recent, change it to most recent, filled to the brim with 1-star reviews of people being like, this is actually a POS. Why? And also, the worst part is, the best Reddit, Buy for Life, you can't even trust it anymore because stuff that was awesome 10 years ago, that a person purchased 10 years ago and has worn or used up until this point and it's still rocking and rolling. If I buy that thing, it wasn't made the way that it was 10 years ago.
Nope.
Tweezer Man. It's not made in, what is it, Italy anymore? It's made in India. It's butts and farts now.
Yes.
It is
True.
literally, I feel like I'm going crazy. I actually feel like I'm going crazy. It's driving me nuts. I literally went down a rabbit hole and I probably spent a total of like $200 on tweezers. Did a lot of returns, don't worry. I ended up using some super random one, but like it's just, it's so dumb. And like wool socks. Everybody was saying this one brand, I'm not gonna put them on blast. And my husband literally owned them and they rocked, but he bought them years ago. And so I was like, I'll just buy some more. Horrendous. And then I couldn't even get a hold of anybody real at that company, so I filed a chargeback with my credit card. Then they decided to respond and they're like, no, they are still all made in America. And I was like, take it up with my credit card company. I got my money back. But I'm sick of it. Please let me know if I'm going crazy, if it's just a me problem or if it's literally everything. In shitification, legitimately.
It's literally everything across the board is like this now. And honestly, this is very unfortunate, but I'm going to have to buy a car in the next couple of weeks. And I have to tell you, I really don't want to do it. I don't want a car payment, number one. I haven't had one for a few years and it's been fantastic. However, I've already seen enough about the prices and the amount that just a used vehicle is nowadays. I'm not obviously going to buy a brand new vehicle. I can't afford that. And I don't want to because I don't want a bunch of cameras on me in a brand new 2026 vehicle. But everything is like this. And it makes me sick to my stomach knowing I'm going to have to spend all this money on a vehicle that is going to be so much crappier than it would have been had I purchased it 10 years ago. And it's just because I have to purchase it now in 2026 and it's going to be like way cheaper and just crappier and not good quality. And it's going to cost me more money. And at the end of the day, it's just going to devalue like 100 times faster than it would have. And it makes me sick, honestly. And it makes me sick that this is all of life now. Everything, you work so hard. We all work so hard for our money, guys. And it just goes right out the window, everything now. And it's not even on quality things anymore because it's basically impossible to find quality anything. And it is extremely disappointing. So there you go, guys. That's in shitification for you. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on everything. You know, where have you noticed this happening? What kind of products are you noticing are just terrible quality now and not what they were? I would love to hear about it in the comments below. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm almost there. My channel is kind of suppressed right now. I don't really know what I did wrong, but I made the YouTube gods pretty mad. So anyway, if you could just help me out with that, that would be great. And I will see you guys in the next video. You have a great day.